Oscar Bevis, IFL TV, MTK Global. Delighted to be joined by Mr. Hopey Price, who moves 4-0 tonight in the world's most awkward fight. Well done, though, mate.
Yeah, obviously a short, tricky opponent, a last-minute replacement. Obviously, probably not the fight I was supposed to be boxing. It was a real late replacement, and obviously he just come to survive in there. Obviously come in with his head and just a good performance considering what sort of opponent I had.
I said to you, do you not feel sorry for him though? Because he's rocked up to the Hilton Hotel, last minute as a replacement. He's seen you, southpaw, 8 foot tall. I feel a bit sorry for him, actually.
Obviously, obviously I was a lot bigger than him, but obviously that's just probably, I'm big for the super bantamweight, I'm tall, so I'm probably always going to have the size advantage, but obviously he was real small in there, and obviously he was ducking down real low as well. He was, at some points he was at my knees,
There was a lot of weird movement from him because it was like he was ducking down, turning around. You spent a lot of time standing behind him, almost, and then he was sort of throwing punches backwards. It was just, I don't know, it was negative, but it was also strange.
Yeah, because obviously I was hitting him with a shot, and when I was countering him, it was like, I was slipping a shot. It was like he just turned his back, so I couldn't hit him again. And obviously, then obviously he just, I don't even know what he was doing, trying to stick the nut and everything. And obviously, he just, I think he just come just to spoil the fight. He didn't really come to win.
Well, look, the spotlight was obviously on you, and you got the win, and like you said, you did perform well. I suppose the positives are that coming through the awkwardness, sort of, there's going to be a bit of adversity in someone that awkward, and is that what you take mainly from this fight?
Yeah, obviously, the sort of opponents like him, I think there's only so much you can do. I think when you've got a good boxer in there in front of you, someone who's top level and experienced, I think it's more of a boxing match. I think that's when you'll see the best of me. Someone who's not coming to win and just coming to spoil the fight, and obviously, like you say, it was so last minute. I've been preparing for obviously a tall opponent, and he comes in and he's tiny, so I think that's when you see the best of me in real 50-50 fights as a step up, Yeah,
because I was saying to Dave yesterday, like the typical stereotype, Mexico, Nicaragua, that region, they're all tough. Did you ever think you was going to stop him? Because you hit him with some good clean shots, but you know what they're like, they just eat shots for fun, don't they?
I was hitting him and I could see I was hurting him, and then once I was hitting him with them good shots, he went in survival mode for like the rest of the round, you know what I mean? And just tried, when I did go with him again, grab hold of me and just basically surviving in there, So obviously that was tough, I think. Once you get someone who's actually coming to win and gonna obviously throw real shots back, then I think obviously that's when I can take advantage of it,
You're almost in a lose-lose situation as well, because with Zahid it was a step up, and then you didn't get the step up, and when you can't look as good as you looked good considering the opponent, but when you can't look as good as you want to as well, is it almost like a lose-lose? Because at this stage of your career, you are almost advertising yourself every time you step in the ring, if it makes sense.
I think obviously I've got a lot of hype around me at the minute, so I think obviously I was taking the step up and everyone's like, oh, this is good, he's taking this big step up, and obviously I was so looking forward to taking the big step up fight, and obviously he pulled out, and then obviously I was supposed to box another good kick. I was really up for that fight, and he pulled out again, and obviously I was just a bit deflated, a bit frustrated, and obviously they told me I was boxing Mendoza, and obviously I think Eddie and Dave was obviously just trying to keep my spirits up, saying obviously he'll come to win, but obviously deep down and it's hard to tell yourself that when you do know. I knew no matter what I went in there and done tonight, I was going to come out victorious, so it's hard to get up for these sort of fights, but I think that's down to mentality. I go out there and still do the job, Well,
one of the biggest compliments that I can pay was that I heard someone say, if he looks this good at 20, how good is he going to look at 30?
100%, I think people forget, how young I am. I'm only 20 years old. I think, obviously I've got a lot of years left in the sport, but obviously I'm progressing fast, I'm staying in the gym. I'm just improving every day, and I think I'm going to go all the way in the sport,
Do you not get flustered or even a little bit under the lights? Because like you said, only 4 fights deep, and you might have had a sensational amateur career, but it doesn't really mean as much as people make out sometimes in the pros. Do you not get flustered at all? Because when you're walking down there, and when there's no fans as well, I was just looking and I was thinking, could I have done that at 20 years old? Probably not.
Yeah, I think I don't. Do you know what? It's one of them things. I probably feel like I don't even feel like I'm going in for a fight. I think I'm switched on and concentrated, but I just don't really care. It's like second nature to me. When people say they've boxed all their life, I have literally boxed since 18 months old. All my life.
18 months? Who was you sparring at 18 months?
If I can get a picture, I've got a picture on my phone. I'll try to get it up. There's a picture of me on the pads with my dad. Well, shadowboxing in the car park.
See if you can get it up. Yeah, go on, and then we'll see if we can. And now we eagerly await the 18-month-old Hopey Price sparring with his dad in the car park.
Here we go.
Have we got it? Right.
Get that to the camera.
There he is.
There's me, 18 months.
He's fully throwing. Hold that. I want to focus it. He's fully throwing. He's really throwing one at the top there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was it.
Well, there we go. Post-fight interview, and we found out that Hopey Price was sparring at 18 months old. But
I think that's why I don't get flustered. You know, I think for me it's just second nature. You know, it's in my blood. I think from word go I was always going to be a boxer, and obviously that's what I'm still doing now.
Obviously, Eddie's got massive stable. There's only so many fights where he can put on these shows as well. 6 at the moment. I know you want to get out straight away, but is it going to be quite frustrating again? Because you want that momentum, but you're probably going to have to keep patient again, which is annoying.
Obviously, with the whole pandemic, what's going on? Obviously, there's less fights and obviously less shows and less spots, you know. But I think a big part of it is I think most prospects and most people, they're not staying ready in the gym, and some of the younger kids is not willing to take these 50-50 fights as I was going to take in the first place, you know. So I think with Eddie seeing that, listen, this kid's willing to step up. I think he sees that, you know, and obviously, hopefully, like you said, he did promise me that he'll get me the step up fight next. So I look forward to it.
Well, hopefully it can be Zahid again, because he's a bit bigger, and I think it'll be, I don't know, it was a nice little match for those who know a bit about him, and you know, you ain't going to turn that down. Is that something that if he's ready for you, you'll be up for again?
It's an all leads dust up, you know, at the end of the day, and obviously I'm definitely not going to turn it down. I didn't turn it down this time. It was him what pulled out, you know. So obviously, if they want to do the fight again, then we'll do the fight again, or if not, like you say, they can keep boxing who's been boxing.